Next summer, your tomatoes are bursting at the seams. Bright red, so heavy the branches bend, big as tennis balls. Your neighbor walks by, stops, asks what your secret is. You smile. I didn't buy any. Last year, I spent $0 on fertilizer. My neighbor, $247, 4 bags of Miracle Grow, $60 each. Gone by July. The difference between us? I use what he throws away. Right now, your neighbor is bagging something up, putting it on the curb, waiting for the garbage truck to take it. That garbage is worth more than the fertilizer in his shed. By the end of this video, you'll never buy fertilizer again. And I'll give you a 7-day plan so you can start this week. But first, let me tell you why fertilizer companies are terrified of this video. Fertilizer companies make $80 billion a year. 80 billion. That's more than Netflix, Spotify, and Disney Plus combined. And they built that empire on one lie. The lie that your plants need something special. Something you can't make at home. Something only they can sell you. But here's the truth. They don't want you to know. Everything your plants need is already in your kitchen. Your neighbor throws it away every single week. Coffee grounds, banana peels, eggshells, grass clippings. They call it garbage. I call it free fertilizer. And for the next 10 minutes, I'm going to show you exactly how to turn their trash into your treasure. Let's start with the one you're probably throwing away every morning. If you drink coffee, you're throwing away gold every morning. The average American drinks 3 cups a day. That's 22 pounds of coffee grounds per year. 22 pounds of free fertilizer going straight into the garbage. But here's where most people mess up. They sprinkle fresh coffee grounds directly on their plants, then wonder why nothing grows. Here's the science. Fresh coffee grounds are acidic, pH around 6.5 to 6.8. Not terrible, but not great for most plants. Worse, fresh grounds can form a crusty layer on top of soil, blocks water, blocks air. Your plant suffocates. But composted coffee grounds, completely different story. After 2 to 4 weeks of composting, the pH neutralizes. The texture breaks down, becomes crumbly, soft, perfect for your soil. So here's what you do. Mix coffee grounds with brown materials, dry leaves, shredded cardboard, newspaper. Ratio, 1 part coffee to 3 parts brown. Let it sit for 2 to 4 weeks. Turn it once a week, then spread it around your plants. Or, if you're lazy like me, spread a thin layer of fresh grounds, 1/4 inch max. Leave it for 2 weeks before planting anything. Let nature do the composting for you. Which plants love coffee grounds? Tomatoes, roses, blueberries, azaleas, rhododendrons. Which plants to avoid? Seedlings. Anything you just planted. Young plants can't handle the acidity yet. Wait until they're at least a month old. Now comment coffee if you drink coffee every morning. Let's see how much free fertilizer we're all throwing away. Next up, the one that gives your tomatoes superpowers. Banana peels are 42% potassium. Let that sink in, 42%. Most commercial fertilizers, around 2 to 5%. Potassium is the K in NPK. It does 3 things. 1. Makes fruits bigger and sweeter. 2. Strengthens roots so they survive drought. 3. Helps plants fight disease. And you're throwing it in the trash after breakfast. 3 ways to use banana peels. Method 1. Bury them. Dig a hole 4 to 6 inches deep. Drop the peel. Cover with soil. Plant your tomato right on top. The peel decomposes in 2 to 4 weeks. Feeds the roots directly. Method 2. Banana water. Soak peels in water for 48 hours. the water turns slightly brown. That's potassium leaching out. Strain it. Dilute 1 part banana water to 5 parts regular water. Pour around your flowering plants. Method 3. Banana powder. Dry the peels in the sun or bake at 200 degrees for 2 hours. Grind them in a blender. Sprinkle around your plants like you're seasoning a steak. Which plants love bananas? Tomatoes, especially if they get blossom end rot. That's usually a potassium deficiency. Peppers, roses, any flowering plant. Now let's talk about the one everyone uses wrong. Eggshells are 95% calcium carbonate. Calcium builds strong cell walls in plants, prevents blossom end rot in tomatoes, keeps your peppers from turning black at the bottom. But here's what nobody tells you. Whole eggshells take 3 to 5 years to break down. I'm serious, 3 to 5 years. So when you toss whole eggshells around your tomatoes, they just sit there, looking pretty, doing nothing. By the time they break down, your tomato plant is long dead. The secret? You have to grind them into powder. Here's how. Step 1. Rinse your eggshells. Get the membrane out. Step 2. Dry them. Either air dry for a few days or bake at 200 degrees for 30 minutes. Step 3. Grind them. Coffee grinder works best. Blender works too. You want powder, not chunks, powder. Step 4. Sprinkle around your plants or mix directly into your soil. 1 eggshell per plant is usually enough. Now, how many eggs does your family eat per week? Comment the number below. I'm curious, if you eat a dozen eggs a week, that's over 600 eggshells a year. 600 doses of free calcium. Now let's talk about the big one. The one your neighbor is literally bagging up every weekend. Grass clippings are 4% nitrogen. 4%. Most commercial fertilizers advertise 10%, but they're water soluble. One rain, half of it washes away. Grass clippings, slow release, stays in the soil, and your neighbor bags them up every single weekend, puts them on the curb, pays someone to haul them away. Meanwhile, you could be using them for free. Here's what you do. Knock on their door. Hey, I noticed you bag your grass clippings. Mind if I take them off your hands? They'll look at you like you're crazy. Then they'll say yes, because you're saving them a trip to the curb. But ask one question first. Did you spray any pesticides or herbicides on your lawn? If yes, skip that batch. Those chemicals will kill your vegetables. If no, you've got free nitrogen. How to use grass clippings. Spread them 1 to 2 inches thick around your plants, like mulch. Do not pile them thick. 3 inches or more, and they turn into a slimy, smelly mess. Mold grows, ammonia builds up. Your garden smells like a swamp. Thin layers, 1 to 2 inches. That's it. Optional. Let them dry for a day or 2 before spreading. Reduces the smell. Reduces the slime. But honestly, I just spread them fresh. Never had a problem. Now, before you run off and start collecting everything from your kitchen, let me tell you what not to use. Because I learned this the hard way. Not everything in your kitchen belongs in your garden. I learned this the hard way. 3 years ago, I dumped a whole bag of orange peels around my tomatoes. Nothing grew for 6 months. The soil turned sour, worms disappeared, plants yellowed and died. So learn from my mistake. Here's what not to use. Number 1. Citrus peels. Oranges, lemons, limes, grapefruit. Too acidic. Takes forever to break down. Repels earthworms. Number 2. Onion and garlic scraps. Earthworms hate them, and earthworms are your best friends underground. Drive them away, your soil dies. Number 3. Meat and dairy. Attracts rats. raccoons, possums, every pest in your neighborhood. And the smell, you'll gag. Number 4, disease plant material. Had tomato blight? Don't compost those plants. The disease survives, spreads to next year's crop. Burn it or trash it. Never compost. If you've ever made one of these mistakes, comment me below. You're not alone. We've all been there. Now let me give you something nobody else does. A step-by-step plan to start this week. Here's your 7-day plan. Print this out. Screenshot it. Whatever works for you. Day 1. Put a container next to your coffee maker. Every morning, dump your grounds in there. That's it. Takes 5 seconds. Day 2. Start saving eggshells. Rinse them. Put them in a bowl on your counter to dry. Day 3. Knock on your neighbor's door. Ask if you can take their grass clippings. If they say no, try the next neighbor. Someone will say yes. Day 4. Grind your eggshells. By now, you should have at least a dozen. Coffee grinder, blender, mortar, and pestle. Whatever you have. Day 5. Mix your coffee grounds with dry leaves or shredded cardboard. 1 part coffee, 3 parts brown. Put it in a corner of your yard. Let it sit. Day 6. Spread grass clippings around your existing plants. 1 to 2 inches thick. No more. Day 7. Bury banana peels under your tomatoes or any flowering plant that needs a boost. That's it. 7 days, $0 spent. And you've started a system that runs forever. Every week, more coffee grounds. Every week, more eggshells. Every weekend, more grass clippings. Your soil gets richer. Your plants get stronger. And your neighbor keeps buying $60 bags. Let's recap. Coffee grounds for nitrogen and soil structure. Banana peels for potassium and bigger fruits. Eggshells for calcium and disease prevention. Grass clippings for nitrogen and mulch. All free. All from your kitchen or your neighbor's curb. Fertilizer companies spent $80 billion convincing you that you need them. You don't. Nature's been doing this for millions of years. Long before Miracle Grow existed. Long before any of us were born. So which one will you try first? Comment 1 for coffee grounds. Comment 2 for banana peels. Comment 3 for eggshells. Comment 4 for grass clippings. Let's see which one wins. And if you want to take this further, if you want to learn how to build soil so good, you never water, never weed, never buy anything, watch this video next. It's called Do This One Thing in November for a Weed-Free Garden Forever. That's the video that started all of this. See you there.